I graduated from law school in 1971 and then ended up going back to Yazoo County, Mississippi to practice law. Well, I went back there, I practiced law in Yazoo County for 9 years, did pretty much of a personal injury practice, and then I decided that I really wanted to bring my family to the Roaring Fork Valley. My initial practice was in Aspen, and then 10 years ago we moved down to the ranch here, and I turned my barn into my law office. What we've got now is a practice in which we do nothing but DUI work. Now, as I practiced more and more in the valley, what I discovered was that there were people in this valley that were practicing criminal law, they were practicing divorce law, they were practicing personal injury law. And the quality of representation in the criminal cases for DUI was sorely lacking. I go to Harvard once every year or two. I go to Dallas, Texas for Mastering Scientific Evidence. I go to New Orleans for a similar seminar there. We have a seminar in Las Vegas. We get the guys that wrote the book on breath testing, on blood testing, on the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. That's the eye test the officers ask you to do on the roadside. We get the guys that wrote the book on the walk and turn, the one-leg stand, the validation studies. I know how those things ought to be properly done. By practicing in front of 17 different judges in the course of the last 24 months, I also get a good understanding what different judicial districts like. I get to know the different district attorneys in those districts, and I go out of my way to talk to the arresting officers on the case because I want to know what they're like before I ever see them on the stand. I typically travel from Denver to Grand Junction, from Craig to Gunnison. I know the judges, I know the district attorneys, I know the cops in those different jurisdictions. So what we look for is the ability to be able to communicate effectively with the people at those different locations, the people in those different courts. You know, I love where I am. I love the independence of the people. I love the educational background of the people. I love the diversity of the people I represent.